Okay, you guys, let me angle this a little bit here. I want to talk a little bit about stoichiometry and do a few practice problems for those of you guys who were absent today. There we go. Okay, so first of all, stoichiometry, the process of using a chemical equation to calculate relative masses of reactants and products in a chemical reaction. So basically what we're using is we're using a chemical equation to figure out how much of something is needed, okay, or how much of something is produced. So how much of a reactant is needed or how much of a product is actually produced. And we're going to do this using what we call mole ratios. So a mole ratio is going to be based on the coefficients in the balanced chemical equation. So if we have N2 plus H2 yields NH3, and we have to balance it correctly, okay? Our mole ratios are represented with the coefficients that are in front of our molecules or our compounds. We usually don't write a 1, but I will just for visual so it's easier to see. So these whole numbers are our coefficients. In reality, represent how many moles of the substance is needed in order for the reaction to take place. Most chemical reactions, of course, don't only involve 1 nitrogen molecule, 3 hydrogen molecules, and 2 ammonia molecules. It's going to be many, many molecules and the reaction taking place many, many times. So not more often than not, but always, we're always talking about a lot of molecules involved and many reactions occurring. So not only does this mean that we have 1 molecule of N2, 3 molecules of H2, 2 molecules of ammonium, it also means that we would need 1 mole of N2 combining with 3 moles of H2 to make 2 moles of NH3. So in reality, we're talking about substances in moles, in large amounts, and not just single molecules. So we call these coefficients mole ratios. So for example, there are 3 mole ratios in this chemical equation, okay? We have a 1:3 ratio of nitrogen to hydrogen. We have a 1:2 ratio of nitrogen to ammonium. We have a 3:2 ratio of hydrogen to ammonium. Or we could also say we have a 1:3 to 2 mole ratio. But these mole ratios, again, are going to help us determine how much of a product or how much of a reactant we actually need. So some steps, first of all, we're just going to go straight to it. We're going to work mass-to-mass problems, okay? You're going to be given the mass of one substance, and then we are going to find the mass of a different substance, either a mass of a reactant or a mass of a product. We have to always start with balanced chemical equations. We have to determine which mole ratio we are going to need to use. Then we're going to convert the mass of substance A to moles of substance A, use the mole ratio to switch to substance B and convert to substance B. And this will make a lot more sense when we do a few problems. Some other types of stoichiometry problems, we have mass to mole to mass, and mole to mole. Okay, so let's just get started here. Okay, our first stoichiometry problem says, calculate the mass of oxygen required to react exactly with 189.67 grams of propane in the reaction described by the following chemical equation. Okay, so let's go ahead and write that chemical equation. Those of you who are in honors, you guys are going to have to come up with the equation yourself. Those of you in Gen Chem, I'll give you the equation. So calculate the mass of oxygen required to react with that many grams of propane. So we have to start with the balanced chemical equation. So I'm going to start with C3 H8. It's combustion. It combines with oxygen to produce carbon dioxide and water. So that's my first step. I have to start with a chemical equation. Next step is I have to balance it so my mole ratios are correct. So I'm going to put a 3 right here. I'm going to put a 4 right here. And then I think it's good to go. So 3, 8, 8. We've got 4 and 6 is 10. And I need a 5 right here. Okay. So they are giving us 189.67 grams of propane. And they want us to figure out how much oxygen is needed to complete this reaction. So this is where we're going to start. We're going to start with what we're given, 189.67 grams of propane. Now, the first thing I need to do is I'm going to convert grams to moles using the molar mass of C3H8. So I'm going to go from grams to moles, so I need to calculate the molar mass of this guy. I'm going to do this over here. So carbon is 3 times 12.01. Hydrogen is 8 times 1.01 to give you 8.08. Oh, calculators are a must, by the way. 12 times it by 3 is 36.00. Molar mass is always rounded to 2 places past the decimal. So 36 plus 8.08 will give me, oh gosh, is that right? 8 times 1.01 is 8.08 plus 36 is 44.08 grams per mole. Okay, so that's my molar mass of C3H8. Now we're going to be switching substances in the middle of this, so I like to label everything. So we can see eventually where the switch is. If I can get my whiteout to work. Okay, 1 mole of C3H8. So I've converted grams to moles, and I'm still at propane. But what I do need to do is I need to switch my substances because they want me to solve for the mass of oxygen. This is where my mole ratio is going to come into play. So my connection between propane and oxygen is my mole ratio. I have a 1:5 ratio here. So I'm going to use that to convert, or I should say to switch substances. I have 1 mole of C3H8 to my 5 moles of O2. So my moles of propane has canceled out, and now I'm sitting at moles of oxygen. I got 1 step to go because I need to figure out the mass of oxygen that is required in order for this reaction to happen. So I'm going to say 1 mole of O2. And I need to calculate the molar mass of O2. So oxygen 2 times 16 is 32. Is that right? Let me check. 32. My moles are gone, and now I'm at grams. So now it's just math. I'm going to take this, I'm going to multiply it by everything on the top, and then I'm going to multiply everything on the bottom and divide. So 189.67 times it by 5 times 32 divided by 44.08 is equal to, I started with 5 sig figs, so I'm going to end with 5 sig figs, 688.46 grams of oxygen. So if I start with 189.67 grams of propane, I need 688.46 grams of oxygen for my reaction to go to completion. That is stoichiometry. Let's do another problem here. Okay. I guess I'm going to use my same equation up here. So ammonium is used in huge quantities as a fertilizer. It is manufactured by combining nitrogen and hydrogen according to the following equation. Nitrogen gas and hydrogen gas produce nitrogen trihydride, or ammonium. So I have to start with all stoichiometry problems. I have to start with a balanced chemical equation. So I'm going to put my 2 right here, and I put a 3 right here. And if you want to put a 1 right here, you can. Okay, so now it says calculate the mass of nitrogen trihydride that can be made from 2.63 grams of hydrogen. Ooh, that's terrible grammar. It should read, calculate the mass of hydrogen trihydride that can be made from 2.63 grams of hydrogen. So I'm going to put a question mark right here because I'm trying to figure out what mass of ammonium is made. And I am given 2.63 grams of hydrogen. So I'm given hydrogen, and I have to figure out what mass is produced. So I'm going to set up my stoichiometry problem. 2.63 grams of H2. I need to convert grams to moles using the molar mass. So the molar mass of hydrogen is 1.01. Okay, I got 2 of them. So it's going to be 2.02 grams of hydrogen is the same as 1 mole of hydrogen. That's the molar mass. So my grams of hydrogen are gone, and I'm sitting at moles. This is where I'm going to make the switch. I'm going to switch to ammonium by using my mole ratio. I have a 3:2 ratio. Okay, 3 moles of hydrogen molecules to 2 moles of ammonium molecules. If you remember, whatever I want to get rid of goes on the bottom. So 3 moles of hydrogen goes on the bottom to my 2 moles of NH3. That's my only connection right here, is that mole ratio. So now my moles of hydrogen are gone, and I'm sitting at moles of ammonium. Not quite done, okay, because it's asking for what mass of nitrogen trihydride that can be made. So my molar mass is 1 mole of NH3. I have to calculate this guy. So nitrogen is 14.01. I have 3 hydrogen, so that's going to be 3.03. So I'm going to add those together. 14.01 plus 3.03 is equal to 17.04 grams of NH3. Moles of ammonium are gone, and I'm going to be sitting at grams. So I'm going to multiply everything straight across. 2.63 times 1 times 2 times 17.04. And then I'm going to divide it by 2.02 times 3. How I put it in my calculator? I guess you guys, here we go. 2.63 times 2 times 17.04 is equal to, divided by 2.02 times it by 3 is equal to, I start with 3 sig figs, so I'm going to end with 3. 14.8 grams of NH3 will be produced if I start with 2.63 grams of hydrogen. Okay, let's do one more. How many grams of magnesium oxide are produced when 10 grams of magnesium burn in excess of oxygen? So that just means it's burning in the presence of oxygen. So let's start with a balanced chemical equation. Hopefully I don't run out of storage here. So magnesium plus oxygen yields magnesium oxide. I gotta have a 2 here, and I gotta have a 2 here. first place I start. So it says how many grams of magnesium oxide are produced? So my question mark is going to go over magnesium oxide. When 10 grams of magnesium burn. So 10, I'm given 10 grams of magnesium, and I want to figure out how much product I'm going to make. Okay, so I'm going to start with my 10 grams of magnesium. My first step is to convert from grams to moles using the molar mass. So the molar mass of magnesium is 24.30 grams of magnesium. My 1 mole of magnesium. Pretty sure it's 24.30, but let me double check since I have terrible memory. 24.30, I'm correct. Okay, grams of magnesium are gone. I'm sitting at moles of magnesium. This is the point that I go to my equation. I look at my mole ratio. I have a 2-to-2 ratio. So 2 moles of magnesium is the same as 2 moles of magnesium oxide. Moles of magnesium are gone. I'm sitting at moles of magnesium oxide. 1 mole of magnesium oxide is equal to the molar mass, which is the mass in grams of magnesium oxide. So magnesium is 24.30, oxygen is 16. That will give me 40.30 grams. 40.30 grams of magnesium oxide. So moles are gone. So I'm going to multiply 10 times 2 times 40.30, 40.30, divide it by 10 times 2 times 40.30 divided by 24.30 times it by 2 is equal to 16.58 grams of magnesium oxide. Okay, those are stoichiometry problems, and we will practice these on Monday for sure. But that kind of gives you an idea. If you did not get this sheet, I will upload it on Google Classroom, or you can just put the practice problems and the notes into your notebook. Up to you. Okay, take care. Bye.